Beautiful.
So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start right off, and we're going to get our tomatillos going.
What is a tomatillo?
So this is kind of, it comes from Mexico. It predates, pre-Columbian times.
Okay.
They call it Mexican husk tomato.
Nice.
It's in the nightshade family, same as like the tomatoes. So if you guys want to take these, you can see we have the husks on there. If you just want to go ahead and start peeling some of those guys. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of a neat, it almost reminds me around here we have gooseberries or ground cherries that grow, which are pretty cool.
In the same family, I take it?
Yes. All right, so we're going to come in. And I'm just going to kind of rough cut these guys up really quick.
What are you working on here? You've got
All
the
right,
tomatillos
so we got
in the pan?
the tomatillos in there. And then I'm just going to actually go ahead and add a little onion to this.
Okay.
And this will end up, we're going to do this in either a food processor or a blender. We can serve it either hot or cold. You could do this a day ahead if you wanted and just have it in the refrigerator ready to go.
Nice.
Or if it's kind of a spur of the moment, a quick thing. It's a pretty fast dish. It's very simple.
Nice. Now, could you serve this salsa with just tortilla chips as a dip?
Of course, yeah. It's very tasty.
You guys probably snack on that at the restaurant.
Yes, we do, for sure.
And how are things over at Bolit?
It's going really well.
Nice.
We're right in the thick of the end of the summer, so it gets pretty hot in the kitchen back there.
Yeah, I
so
bet.
I'm really looking forward to the fall.
This is harvest season too, so I bet you're really having a lot of fun with all the fresh produce
this
out
is
there.
one of my favorite times,
Yeah.
especially as towards the end of summer and into the fall harvest. It's really great.
Nice.
All right. So now I'm just going to pick a little bit of these cilantro sprigs.
Okay.
This will be for our salsa, which we're getting pretty close there to being completed.
So you're not really trying to brown any of this here?
No.
Okay.
And you can sometimes, if you have a grill at home, it's actually really great just to cut them up, a little oil, char them on the grill for a second. It comes out really great, a little smoky flavor too. So next I'm just going to come in and add a little squeeze of lime.
Nice. And the tomatillos are pretty acidic as
They're
is,
very
right?
And so I feel like sometimes cooking them helps bring that down. You could do it with fresh.
Okay.
But I feel like when you cook them down, you help develop the sugar a little bit, and it takes the edge off a little bit. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So we are just about there on our salsa. So I'm going to go ahead and add the cilantro to it. And then we basically can kind of turn this off.
Okay.
I have a little pepper here. And I'm just going to add one more little pinch of salt.
Such a cool pepper mill, too. I should point that out. You always bring the neatest stuff with you. I love it.
I have had it for a long time. It's funny when you're a younger cook, I feel like you get every piece of equipment possible. And then as you get older, you're left with your pepper mills and one or two knives.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
All right. And then let's come over and we'll take our salsa and get it into our blender over here.
Okie doke. And you didn't put any chilies in the salsa,
No,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
we're just going to let the tomatillos kind of do the talking.
Nice.
Also, we don't want to overpower with too much pepper. If you would, Nicole, will you just slide that pan off the heat over there?
This one?
Nope,
the
yeah,
fish
that
pan?
one. Perfect. All right. So whenever you put anything hot in a blender, you also want to be very careful that you have a little bit of a vent because when you turn it on, the heat and the steam rise, so it can explode very quickly in your face.
Learn that the hard way.
Yes.
I'm right here for you. I'm here for you. Don't worry about
So we're just going to kind of pulse this up a little bit.
You're going to leave this on the chunkier side?
Yes,
Okay.
and I think sometimes a food processor works a little bit better, but
Okay.
you can get a nice product with the blender also, as long as you pulse it. All right, so we're going to let that cool down.
All right.